We're going to install the CatStrap EV Cable Shield. Today we have a level 2 charger, a SEMA Connect charger, which also has a cable management system. And so to get started, we recommend removing the clamshell clamp from the cable. And this way we're going to be able to lay the cable flat on the floor. Easier to install the shield that way. So we're going to start from the handle end here. One quick note is your shipment likely included a smaller extension piece, and this is so that we can finish flush with the charger handle as well as where the cable enters the machine. So this will partially overlap with our primary unit. We'll start with the primary unit, which we've laid flat next to the cable here. One important thing, you're going to notice there's slits in these organizers here. I'll just peel that back so you can see it. Very important that these slits go face down on the cable. So you just want to make sure that we're oriented correctly. We're going to put the cable like so. So those slits are going to be face down. First thing, obviously, you want to have that end flush with the cable handle there, and then you notice these zip ties are in each of the organizers, so we're gonna utilize these to pull it tight.
Using the cable tie, pass it through the hole in the opposite edge of the organizer. Pass it through there, then through the mouth of the cable tie, ratchet it tight, and this will secure it to the cable. After securing the first organizer, continue working down the length of the cable towards the head of the machine and continue securing the organizers.
All right, so here you can see we've installed the primary unit starting at the handle end. So all these organizers are secured on the cable up until the machine end, and you can see we finish a few inches before the machine. Okay, so we have the organizer here. We're going to use some of the extra zip ties from the supplies bag to secure this. And so with this extension unit, we're going to position it up at as far up on the cable as we can go.
Here we'll secure the bottom half of that organizer unit, doubling up the metals in the most likely place of cutting on the cable.
Okay. All right, so we've got everything in its initial position here. So the next.
Now, if your cable has a cable management system, you can now prepare the clamshell clamp to reconnect it to the cable in the appropriate position.
And now at this point is where we're going to be adding all of the stainless steel ties, which are that additional material in the supplies kit. These are real important, and it's going to make it so that someone couldn't simply snip zip ties to have access to the cable. So we're going to be installing these along the entire length, and I'll show you the locations that we typically do. One quick note, if you have access to a cable gun, it's very helpful. Not a very expensive tool, you can get it on Amazon. If you don't have access to this, then a pair of needle nose pliers can also help to pull the zip ties nice and tight. So we're gonna start at the head of the cable here and going around that taped terminated end. So we'll just pull this as tight as you can by hand. And then using the cable gun, we'll just get it a little bit tighter. Again, if you don't have a cable tie gun, on the spots where you place the steel ties in between those organizers, you do actually just want to pull it tight by hand. Don't need to cinch down on the cable tie because we do want those metals to be able to move around a bit underneath it. So just pull it firmly by hand. At the cable management system, we do want to make sure we're using a couple of steel ties right, you know, before and after it, just to keep everything nice and tight there.
Continue down the length of the cable, securing the rest of the steel ties.
And I'm getting to that last one at the handle end. So this is where that cable tie gun comes in handy again, because I do want this one to be real tight. It's just nice and tight, and we'll cut it. All right, so we got our steel ties on. So we're gonna go ahead and just trim off the tails here, just to make sure everything's nice and sleek for when we install the outer sheath. That way there's nothing poking out, or it's just easier to install without having to worry about tucking the tails in. So we're gonna use the cable gun cutter here and snip off. So next up, after we got all our steel ties on, we're gonna be installing the external sleeve. So you'll take your sleeve and just starting up from the machine end, we will just gradually spread this open. So you can see we got the sleeve on all the way down from handle up around that cable management system up to the machine end. And so
now we're going to apply some zip ties in the supplies kit to the exterior of that sleeve that we just installed. This helps keep everything closed and prevents anything from becoming exposed over time. So we'll do this along the length of the sleeve.
all right, so now we're going to take the clamp out of the kit. You can remove the two nuts on the opposite side of the bolt, and we're going to be applying this clamp right at the head of the cable where it enters the machine. So as far up as you can go. If you recall on the SEMA, there's that little gland here that goes over the cable and secures it to the machine. So we're actually going to go and install right up over top of that, and ensuring that we're tight here. And this is a nice and snug fit here. All right, so now that we got the clamp on there tight, we're gonna finish up the handle end now. So this is what the spiral wrap is for, that's in the supplies kit. So we will put this right up to the handle, and this is just to give it a more of a finished look. Yeah. All right, so the spiral wrap is up on the handle, and then if you do have access to a heat gun, we include the 3 or 4 inch shrink wrap section here, so or heat shrink section. So we're gonna insert that over the handle and go right over that spiral wrap, and then we're gonna apply the heat and give it a finished look. Right, our heat gun here. So we are going to shrink this down. It can take a minute or so to get it. All right, so we just finished with the heat gun and have that shrink all the way shrunken down on it now. So it's finished at the handle, And last but not least, we're going to apply the yellow warning tag on this unit. Again, an important step, just to, one small thing that can have great impact is just with appropriate warning signs. We want to make these guys just go away. So I'm going to apply this right up at the head of the cable where our clamp is. All right, so now we are complete with the install. Here you can see with the cable management system down to the handle. You can see it's still nice and flexible here, real lightweight.
Thank you for watching. Please contact us if you have any installation questions with the EV Cable Shield.